Hi everybody, it's Jody here and welcome back to my channel, or hello for the very first time. Welcome to Jody's Week in Review. We are going to do a quick little review of this little sucker right here, the Too Faced White Chocolate Chip Palette. Aw, so cute. This comes with 10 eyeshadows at 0.5 grams each and one shadow at 5.0 grams. This little sucker is tiny as all heck. I have small hands and it fits in the palm of my hand. It is cute, it is tiny, it is compact. I know there's a lot of complaints out there about the size. People were expecting it to be a little bit bigger, but quite frankly, I knew what I was getting into with the size, so I have no complaints about the size there. I was perfectly aware of what I was purchasing. Up in the top here, we do have a little mirror, and here's the shadows inside. As you guys can see, I have been given this the runaround and working it out. Here are the swatches of that right there. Some of them don't show up so good. Some of the shiny ones show up really, really well. And just so you guys can tell how I swatched, I went like this, went like that, and that's how the swatches turned out. Now, what I'm going to say about this palette is that I had really high hopes for this little guy. I had seen some of the reviews, read stuff on Sephora about some of the complaints, and decided I just needed to try it for myself. This little sucker runs $32 Canadian, which, considering the size and the amount of product that you're getting, is not a great bang for your buck, but you are paying for the gimmickiness of it, so sometimes you just gotta suck it up and just be like, okay with that. When it comes to the smell of this guy, does it live up to it? For me, 100%, it does smell like white chocolate. It smells just like white Purdy's chocolate. Like, it smells so good. As for the color shades in here, I know a lot of people were complaining about it. And yes, I do think that personally that this is not a completely cohesive on its own palette. I thought it may be because of the shape and deep settedness of my eyes, because a lot of what they classify as mid-tone ranges are a little bit too dark for me to actually use in my crease unless I want to look like my eyes are sucked in the back of my head. So I thought some of these lighter mid-tone shades might work really well. And I think the colors would, except for when it comes to the matte shades in this, is they are powdery as all hell. And they look nice at a first sweep across your eye, but as soon as you start trying to blend them in or blend them together, they just kind of disappear. The shining shades in this are beautiful in a finger swatch, but they do take a bit of work to get on the lid. I find that using Fix Plus with them, like a lot of my Too Faced shimmery colors, using Fix Plus with it works a little bit better and does help it, but I still feel that I have to pack on an awful lot of product to get a color out of this. This palette I thought would be really cute and sweet for traveling, to throw in my purse for touch-ups during the day, just for a nice little, just a little guy to pack around with me, and I thought it was cute as pie. Sadly, the qualities of these shadows are not living up to what I know that Too Faced can do. The problem that I have with this palette is you take your chocolate bar palette, your chocolate bonbon palette in the metal tins, the quality of those shadows is phenomenal and awesome. And for some reason, I feel like, even though you guys named this as though the quality would be the same as those, I feel slightly duped, as in this is a white chocolate chip palette, as in part of their chocolate shadow line, and it doesn't live up to the quality and blendability and durability and lasting power of their chocolate bar or chocolate bonbon palette or their semi-sweet palette. So for me, this is a little bit of a dud. I'm gonna keep it in my collection because it's cute and kind of goes with the rest of the theme of what I have. However, will I be getting a lot of use of this? Probably not. Maybe the odd shadow here and there. The black has glitter in it, which looks pretty in the pan, but as soon as you start to blend out, the glitter disappears from your eyes and ends up all over your face. So the glitter in that shadow would have been better if it hadn't been there. They needed at least one darker tone in there, and maybe a little bit of difference or variance between some of these matte colors to make it a little bit more usable. This shade here and this shade here on your eye don't really honestly look that different. This, had it been a little bit darker or this been just slightly darker, I think this palette would have been so much more usable and versatile. So I think they just kind of missed it on the mark and the formula. Come on guys, it's part of your chocolate line. At least live up to what we've come to expect. For me overall, the cuteness of it gets a thumbs up. The packaging is really sweet, the smell. But as for the quality of the shadows, it gets 2 thumbs down, and I'm really sad to have to say that. I had kind of high hopes hopes for this, even with everyone else's negative reviews. I really hoped that it would work for me and it didn't, and I'm crushed. I'm so sad. Well, that's it for my review, and you guys know the drillio. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and as always, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you all next time.